Hi Aries, this is your guys' reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind, Aries, that this is a general reading and that this is not going to resonate for every Aries out there. Feel free to check out any of your other placements in your natal chart that might resonate better for you. So please bear with me here while I start to shuffle the cards, and then I'll be right back. I am so excited to finally announce that I have my own line of candles. If you guys are interested in any of the candles that I've created, please check it out in the description box, as well as using the promo code Shae208. That will give you free shipping above anything that's $50 and up in purchase. If you guys are interested in learning about the significance between each candle, I created a video. Check it out, you guys. Thank you for supporting me, my channel, and my friend. Thank you. Okay, Aries. So Aries, I don't know what's going on with the fire signs, but this is my third time doing your guys' reading, and it was just met with a lot of interruptions and just a lot of things kept coming up and messing up on filming, and it was its own thing. It was very frustrating. And I don't know, I was just struggling with your guys' reading, and I feel like, the fire signs are really going through it at this point in time. I think everybody is on a collective whole, but the fire signs specifically. And I noticed that with two of the readings that I tried to get out for you guys, there always seemed to be somebody that was always like I wouldn't say an obstacle, but somebody that could be a hater or somebody that's trying to oppose you in some way. And I kind of get the feeling again here, Aries. So this must be a recurring theme for Aries at this point in time. But there is something about you guys maybe feeling like you maybe made a wrong choice or a wrong decision. There is a sense of self-doubt going on in your guys' reading. I just feel like a lot of you guys are questioning if you made the right choice, feeling like maybe you made the wrong choice or you made a wrong decision somewhere, or it was almost like there is this sense of regret, or oh, why did I say that, or why did I do that, or why do I think that, why did I make this decision? But it's almost like you're almost coming to the conclusion that whatever this was could have been like a burden or even a nightmare, right? Maybe you guys felt like this was a nightmare. Whatever this situation was, you guys could have maybe felt like maybe I shouldn't have dated this person, or maybe I shouldn't have tried to go for this job or do this or that. It's like something maybe became harder for you than you realized. There's something here of maybe taking on a little bit too much burden or too much obligation at this time, Aries. Maybe you guys feel really weighed down, feeling really heavy, thinking like it's almost like you're kind of just maybe even going through the motions of life at this point in time. There's definitely something here about you guys almost needing to collect your thoughts, needing to kind of start to question yourself a little more, maybe question the situation at hand. There's definitely something here about, and I'm almost getting a feeling of somebody scheming behind the scenes, or somebody having some kind of secret hidden agenda or some kind of motive that maybe you may not 100% be aware of, or maybe you have a feeling about it, but there's no evidence about that or something. And maybe you're doubting yourself. There's something here about doubting yourself, but I feel like you guys are going to start gaining some sense of clarity here soon, Aries, because I feel this sense of cloudiness. We have confusion here, and we also have facade. So I feel like you could be dealing with somebody or a situation that's not healthy for you. This could even be just a work environment that's toxic, right? But there's something about being around a certain individual or a certain environment that is draining you emotionally and mentally and physically, to where maybe you're feeling tired, maybe you're feeling a lack of motivation, or you're just feeling like you're having to almost force yourself to get out of bed or force yourself to finish this goal. There's something here about needing to kind of not whip yourself, into shape, but there is that sense of maybe you're being a little too hard on yourself at this time, Aries, and you're needing to have more compassion for yourself, because I feel like some of you guys, you're going back and forth about something in the past, about maybe you making a wrong choice or a wrong decision, or feeling like maybe you messed up somewhere down the line. There could have been a tower moment that you're currently in. I say that because it's in the blocked position. So this could be you literally being in the wake of destruction in your life. And there is this sense of almost like you're realizing someone's true colors, this shock, this sense of, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this to happen. It's like if you even look at the Queen of Hearts face, she just looks like so surprised. So maybe you guys felt really surprised by another person's actions, or what somebody could have said or done to you. There could have been something about maybe even working with a person and them stealing money or laundering or doing something like that. That's only for a few, Aries. For others of you guys, this could be like someone cheated, or this could be like somebody lied or stole something, or you're dealing with somebody that is not being 100% truthful about something. It's almost like it makes me think of a person saying, oh, I promise I'll never do that. But then the back behind their hand, they have their hand behind their back and it's like crisscross. It's like you're dealing with somebody that's like crisscrossing you here, Aries. Because I get this sense that you feel like you've lost out on something, or you lost out on a situation, or almost like maybe perhaps you got screwed over, Aries. And there is this sense of frustration and anger, maybe feeling like life isn't fair. There is this injustice, or just again this sense of loss or this sense of lack. There is this feeling of either missing out on something, or feeling like something like you got taken advantage of. But whatever this is here, Aries, I feel like you will eventually walk away from it. You don't want to entertain it anymore. And I feel like it's because all it brought you was heartache and frustration, as well as burdens, and you don't want to deal with that again. Because I just feel like you're dealing with somebody that doesn't play fair, that isn't showing their hand, is maybe playing on your emotions, or they are using certain things against you. You could even be dealing with somebody that's blackmailing you. I just feel like there's something going on with Aries right now where it's almost like you guys are working really hard to get to where you need to go, but other people around you are just like frustrated that they're not where they want to be, so they're trying to keep you stuck. There's just this sense of feeling this way. And I get this too, Aries, is that you're kind of realizing that this person, maybe you once thought that they were meant to be in your life, or that they were like this kindred soul, and maybe you're realizing they're not what they seem to be. There's also this sense too of feeling a little bit helpless or hopeless, not feeling like you can do what you want. There is this I'm not saying woe is me here, Aries, but whatever the situation was definitely left you feeling used, left you feeling maybe taken advantage of. And there's just this sense of great disappointment or great frustrations that this situation left in your life. And again, there's just some kind of tower moment that you're still going through currently. The situation hasn't resolved itself yet, so of course it would make sense to why you would still have a lot of strong feelings and emotions, as well as why it can be really confusing and really frustrating, and maybe having a hard time coping with what's going on in your reality at this time. You guys could also be moving at this time, Aries. Like maybe you're not feeling very stable. There is definitely this fear about the future, and maybe not having enough money. Maybe your resources are feeling drained, or again, there's something about things just not working out in your favor, it feels like. But I just get the sense that it's all gonna work itself out, but it just looks like chaos right now. It's like, try to look at the positive side, even though you guys are going through a lot. It's hard to do, I know. But when you can look more on the positive, or that silver lining, it's going to help you kind of get through some of the rough patches. So we have here Aries, which I love because obviously that means you guys are more in your energy. We also have Venus, then we have Libra, which I find funny because Libra and Aries are on the counterpart wheel of the chart. So you two literally are the opposites of each other, or as well as your yin to the yang kind of in astrology. So I find that funny that you guys are in between the Venus sign. So maybe you're dealing with a Libra or have Libra in your chart. We also have sextile, opportunity, as well as opposition, balance. So for a lot of you guys currently at this time here, Aries, you guys are going to actually start stepping more into your energy. I also feel like some of you guys are going to start putting your foot down. I feel like that for a lot of you guys, you were kind of stuck in the same spot, and it felt like you guys weren't really going anywhere, and there was just this sense of maybe being around the wrong types of people. You're around people that were not giving you the nourishment or not giving you the actual support that you needed, Aries. And I feel like that is what's going to be changing in your guys' life, is that you're finally going to start finding people that's going to start accepting you for who you are, as well as I do get the sense that you could be a little jaded in love, and there is this sense of really needing to work on how you're perceiving love. Now, everybody perceives love differently, and so it's always smart to ask others, what's your definition of love, or what is your definition of a commitment, right, in relationships? Because I'm getting the sense here too, Aries, that whoever you were dealing with had different sets of morals and values. They had a different sense of seeing the world than you, and perhaps you maybe didn't realize that until it was too late, or until you got too invested in the situation. So Aries, maybe you need to be a little bit more discerning about the types of people that you let into your life, as well as how you vet people. Because when you ask people questions, we always ask people like, what do you do for a living? And what do you see yourself in 5 years? Instead, ask somebody like, what is your definition of love? How do you receive love? What do you think love is? What type of relationship are you looking for? Define what your values are, your morals. What do you feel like is right or wrong? What do you stand for? When you start asking these questions, you're going to start to learn a lot more about people's characters, as well as how they think, as well as the type of philosophies people live by. Because people sometimes don't even ask their own selves these questions, right? A lot of these times we have these morals and these values that were passed down from our family and our lineage, and we never upgrade them, we never change them. And sometimes people live on the streets, sometimes people have hard lives, and sometimes people don't have the best morals or the best values. And if your morals and values don't match up with your partner's, then it's just not going to work out, Aries. It's going to end in disaster, because we need to find somebody that we can grow with, somebody that can have the same type of foundation as us. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, relationships have been a learning curve for you, Aries. Maybe you had a lot of touch and goes with relationships, or maybe it was just really hard to stay in a committed relationship, or it was hard for you to find somebody that's going to treat you right. And I think it's just because your morals were never aligned with this other person's. And I think that their actions really threw you off for a loop, because you assumed that you two were on the same page, while this person has a different belief system, has a different way of viewing things, maybe isn't wanting the same things as you. People lie sometimes. They'll say things like, oh yeah, I want a family with you. Of course, yeah. And they'll paint this perfect picture with you. So it's kind of hard, right, to know like who really is being truthful. But that's where we have to use our discernment, and that's why we have to watch people. People can talk, but can they back it up with their actions? And that's something that I think some of you guys need to be a little more conscientious of. And I just get this feeling here, Aries, that whatever the situation was, I just feel like over time you're going to be able to heal from this. And I feel like this is going to become a really good learning, or a really good tool for you, because I just feel like whatever this was for you, Aries, is going to actually kind of help you get out of that rut. So whatever this tower moment is, whatever you're going through right now, Aries, because again, I feel like you guys are going through a lot all at once. And it's like, okay, you just learn to work through your issues, right? Learn to get through the day, but also learn to know that you're going to be okay. Know that you're going to get through this. And there's something here about new opportunities. So things are going to start kind of coming in for you guys. Because you guys have been in this rut for a really long time, or you just felt stuck for a while, it's almost like now you guys are processing certain things, and I just feel like you guys are going to start receiving better opportunities. You're going to be able to meet communities that are going to be a lot more beneficial for you. Some of you guys might start collaborating with other people. I just see not only your business improving, but as well as even perhaps the type of people and the quality of people that you come across. And I feel like you're going to find people here, Aries, it's going to match your energy, or is going to have similar beliefs, philosophies, or morals or standards that you have, that's going to actually help you. It's almost like you were around people that were hindering your growth or hindering your process to move forward. And instead, it's like now you guys are releasing a lot of that dead weight. You're releasing people that are more of a burden on your life. And you're starting to find somebody or find people that are going to actually match your energy, that are actually going to be beneficial for you. And I do get this feeling that a lot of you guys are going to start disciplining yourselves more, and not in the way where you're going to be, when I say discipline, I mean you're going to be a little bit more, have more self-control. Maybe say, for instance, you're the type of person that would lash out on people. Well, now maybe you're controlling your temper, right? Maybe you guys are, used to being more defensive or more argumentative. Now you're not. It's like maybe you guys used to smoke and now you don't. There's things here of learning to set a routine and stick to it. And I feel like it's because your life is going to require you to have some kind of a regimen or some kind of a set schedule. So your life's gonna start to become a little more structured over time, but right now it might feel kind of chaotic. It might feel kind of crazy. You might start kind of almost doubting, like, oh, should I have left this person? Maybe I should have stayed. No, Aries, you did a good job leaving a situation that's not meant for you. What you think may have been a mistake actually could have been, and this is what I'm getting, what you believe is a mistake actually is something that is going to benefit you long term, because you got out of a terrible or toxic situation, or you put your foot down and this person could have freaked out and walked away, or pulled back, and maybe you felt like, oh no, come back, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, but like you're healing, you're working through it, you're no longer accepting it. And that's why you guys are going to start seeing new opportunities, because you guys are finally letting go, so you have room for new things to come into your life. So we have here complacency. And like I said, I felt like you guys were kind of in a stuck situation. There's definitely no movement. And I feel like you guys were dealing with somebody who could have been lying to you, causing a state of confusion. This person could have stringed you along, played hot and cold with you, played mind games with you. But you guys are finally going to reach an epiphany. You guys are finally going to reach a aha moment. And I feel like a lot of you guys are really bossing up here, Aries. You guys are starting to take charge. And when you guys start to boss up, and when you start to take accountability, and you start to, it's almost like this situation is forcing you to change, Aries. It's forcing you to get out of this toxicity to a better situation. But when you finally get out of that situation and you settle down somewhere else, like I said, some of you guys may move. And if you guys are physically moving locations, wherever you're going to move to is going to be so much better for you. It's going to help you in so much more, in more ways. You can have more room, more better environment. There's something about you guys like changing your environments, or changing a belief, or you're changing something that is going to level you up. It's going to give you guys more of a boss energy. And I just feel like you guys are going to start finding your passion again here, Aries. Some of you guys really lost your passion. You really lost your will. There was a block there. And I feel like it could have been dealing with people, like I said, that were just very negative. Maybe could have just not have been here for your highest good, and it's like you're finally letting that go, you're finally moving on. And I feel like you're around people who were just constantly down talking you, not giving you the love or the support that you need, not showing you the true love and appreciation. And I feel like a lot of you, like you were dealing with somebody that was tricking you. But now you letting that energy go, you're going to start finding joy again. You're going to start seeing things in a different way, Aries. I feel like your perception is going to change. And again, there's something about starting to balance out, and you're starting to actually mirror back to people. Maybe if somebody's going to pull back their energy, you're going to do that. You know, it's like you're mirroring others now. You're giving the same amount of energy that others are giving you, because you're realizing that maybe in the past you overexerted yourself, Aries, and now you're like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to pull back my energy and I'm going to stay in my lane. And it's almost like you're going to allow people to come to you instead of you trying to go to them, right? You're no longer chasing opportunities. You're no longer chasing people. Instead, you're just grounding and centering yourself, Aries, and then all of a sudden it's like everything is coming to you instead of you always feeling like you have to go out and find it. So you guys are starting to become more magnetized. But I think that when you can get down to what is it that you stand for, what's your morals, what's your values, what's actually important to you, sit down and write a list. What's really important to you, Aries? And when you can make that list, like, what do you want in a partner? Not like physically. I'm talking about the qualities of a partner. You know, label like the top 3 and then make other these are the top 3 that I really, really want my, like, you know, I want a partner who's generous, who's kind, who's loyal, who's loving. Put that at the top of the list and then start making other things. And then at the very bottom, you can maybe do a description of what you want them to be like look like. But that should be the last on the list. You want to look for the qualities, the values, the foundation of a person, right? The character of a person, and not so much what they look like or how they perceive to be, because people lie. People try to look like they're good, right? You know, until you see their true colors. So it's like really try to figure out what characteristics you want in a person. What is your morals? What are your values? What do you want? How do you see your life going? And how do you want to live your life? Write all of that down and get very clear about it. And that's going to help take away confusion, because I feel like, Aries, when you do that, you're going to realize whoever this fake person is in your life doesn't match a single quality. And if they do, it's only like 1 or 2 on the list. So it's like raising those standards, seeing what you deserve, no longer tolerating. It's going to really start to help you guys open up and really help you guys to moving past this situation, because I feel like you guys are reaching a state of enlightenment about this situation. Is you're going to have some kind of a moment in time where, especially when you write things down, I just don't know why, I just feel like you guys maybe need to journal or write things down, or paying attention to dreams or paying attention to signs, because somehow, some way down the line here, Aries, all of a sudden you're going to have an idea or an epiphany, or you're going to write something down and then you're going to see it manifest, or you're going to see, or you're just going to see how important that really is, right? You're going to be like, oh, wow, you know, I never realized how this was so important to me. And I've been dating people that went against that, right? So if family is important to you, then you want somebody that's going to be family oriented. You know, we got to think about the things we want, and then we got to go for for those things. But we also need to prepare ourselves for those things, because if we aren't ready for the perfect person, or if we're not ready for the person that's meant for us, or if we're not ready to meet somebody that's going to match us, then it's kind of like we're going to self-sabotage. We're not going to get what we want. So not only do you need to get clear on what it is that you want, but you also need to start working towards becoming the reciprocant of what it is that you're trying to attract into your life. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing, Aries, but maybe you're still confused and you're still kind of shooting in the dark. So writing things down and really contemplating and maybe even meditating on these questions, it's like, I call it the little kid game. When I sit down and I think about what I want or what I need, or even a belief system that I'm trying to unravel or work out in my mind, I will ask the question, and then I always ask why. And then I'll explain why, and then I'll ask why again. And I just keep asking the question why until I get to the very root of the question. So little kids do it all the time. Well, why? Well, why? Well, why? And then it bugs us because we don't know the answers. So it's kind of like you have to do that with yourself. Well, why do I think this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I attract the people I attract? Why am I doing this? And you're going to start to realize where exactly you need to heal and where exactly you need to dig up that root, dig up the weeds, so that you're no longer having that affect you, so that you can manifest what you actually deserve and what you desire. So that's what I have for my Aries. I hope that this helps you in some way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful day, Aries, and be kind to yourself during this hard time. All right, bye.